on the truth and holds those in power accountable. Again, I will not stop now. I will not stop ever. Last night, the DOJ sent a team of federal agents to arrest me in the middle of the night for something that I've been doing for the last 30 years, and that is covering the news. The First Amendment of the Constitution protects that work for me and for countless of other journalists who do what I do. I stand with all of them, and I will not be silent. I look forward to my day in court. Thank you all.
Welcome to Star Snip Gossip. Don Lemon, one of the most recognizable faces in American television news, is now at the center of a controversy that has stunned both media and political circles. Overnight, federal agents arrested the former CNN anchor following his involvement in coverage of an anti-ICE protest that unfolded inside a Minnesota church, a story that has rapidly escalated from a protest report into a federal legal matter. The incident traces back to mid-January, when an anti-ICE demonstration took place during a church service in St. Paul, Minnesota. The protest targeted immigration enforcement policies and focused specifically on a church where one of the clergy members is reported to have professional ties to ICE. The demonstration disrupted the service and quickly drew national attention. Don Lemon was present at the scene, live streaming and documenting the protest as it happened. Video footage from that day shows a tense environment inside the church, with demonstrators, congregants, and raised voices all sharing the same space. The situation blurred the line between protest and worship, a distinction that later became central to the federal response. Nearly 2 weeks after the protest, federal authorities moved in. Late at night, agents arrested Don Lemon at his residence in Los Angeles. The arrest was not spontaneous. It followed a federal investigation and the filing of charges connected to the Minnesota church incident. Lemon was taken into custody quietly, without a public spectacle, but the news spread fast. By morning, headlines were everywhere. Federal prosecutors alleged that Lemon's actions during the protest coverage crossed into territory protected by federal civil rights laws that govern access to places of worship. Authorities claim the case is not about speech alone, but about conduct during a religious service. The charges reportedly fall under statutes originally designed to protect congregants from interference and intimidation. Lemon was later released after appearing before a judge, but the legal situation is far from over. Court proceedings are expected to continue, and the case could take months to resolve. His legal team maintains that he was present strictly in a journalistic capacity. Prosecutors disagree. That disagreement now sits at the center of a case that has reignited debate about where journalism ends and participation begins. Public reaction has been explosive. Supporters argue that the arrest represents a chilling moment for press freedom. Critics say the law must apply equally, regardless of fame or profession. Civil rights groups, media organizations, and political commentators have all weighed in, turning the case into a cultural flashpoint overnight. What makes the situation even more combustible is Don Lemon's profile. This is not an unknown freelancer or a local reporter. This is a former primetime CNN host, a man who spent years shaping national conversations, now being discussed in the same breath as federal charges and courtroom appearances. Lemon himself has spoken publicly since his release, stating that he will not be silenced. That statement alone has fueled further headlines and intensified scrutiny. For the media industry, the case raises uncomfortable questions. For critics, it is about accountability. For audiences, it is raw, dramatic, and undeniably gripping. A famous journalist, a church protest, federal agents, an overnight arrest, and a legal battle that could redefine the boundaries of modern reporting. Don Lemon is no longer just covering the news. For now, he is the news.